Hustle. Pray. Eat.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Hustle Pray Eat the podcast, episode 29. I'm your host, Jade, Miss Teapot, because we spill while the tea's hot. And I feel like my co-host has abandoned me.
I'm sorry.
Because he's not here again, but it's okay. Shout out to Mark.
Oops, I said I'm sorry.
Not you, you're my guest host, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I've been up
Oh yeah, you've had a long day, but we can get into that. But what I was gonna say, so yes, Mark is not here, and neither is Stephen. He was meant to be here today, but shout out him, he's okay and everything like that. He'll be here very, very soon. But I still have a very special guest. Yes, you guys know and love him already. He's come from behind the camera to in front of the camera today. I call him Tank the Beloved.
Tank the Beloved. Real quick, she told me before, but I be forgetting stuff.
You gum?
Yeah, man.
I feel like Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, she do be getting on my nerves with that.
She always.
Get your gum.
She's annoying, yeah. She started to annoy me, but yeah. Tank is what is it? So Tank, how are you?
I'm lit, man. I'm lit. I've been up for some time, but I feel good.
You feel good? Do you feel nervous about being here?
No.
Okay, good. Okay.
Nah, man.
So you had a good week?
Yes, I did, man. Let's see what's It was heavy on work. Heavier work, just a lot of admin work and getting grades for teams and stuff like that. But
how are they doing?
Oh man, for the most part, they're doing good. Of course, it's a handful of them that COVID affected them like crazy, so they're gonna graduate a little later. So like in July, and then some like in the fall of this year. So, but we keeping them motivated and stuff like that, and staying on them so they can get that work done and graduate.
That's really cool. So you actually do the grading as well? Or you
like I check their grades.
Really?
Yeah. I check their grades. Look at their GPAs. We talk about goals on what they can achieve, what they want to achieve, how can they do that. So yeah, that's what we really been on this week. Because we got performance reviews. Well, that's what we was on last week. That's performance reviews will be this week. But yeah, I took them out to see Mortal Kombat.
Oh, was it good?
Work.
Did they enjoy it?
Yeah, it was super lit.
You really pour into these guys, aren't you?
Yeah, I told Aaron like, man, sometimes I like hang with the teams more than my homies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
why is that?
They like my homies too. I don't know. Maybe it's because, like when I set a time to kick it with them, like that time is dedicated to just fellowship with them. And so and they got the time. They don't really got a lot of things pulling on them. Probably just because they're young.
Okay, that's true.
You know,
so they like.
Yeah. A lot of my homies got a lot of stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? So they probably have to shoot out early and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll say that. Plus, they funny. You know what I'm saying? They got a sense of humor. Yeah, they cool people.
Shout out to Tank's Young Bulls. That's what you call them, right?
Yeah, but shout out to Mariella and Aurelie too, because they came to kick it with us too.
Shout out you guys. But I saw you this week while you was at work. You came to drop off some flyers for an internship.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about it quickly, just in case there's an opportunity?
Yeah, so paid internships at New City Kids. Basically what the internship is about. You know, middle schoolers. We're really looking for middle schoolers. But you know, even high schoolers. You can come work at New City, and you can actually get paid for
get that money
teaching kids how to play instruments, teaching them different things as far as the academics go, and really just fellowshipping with the people that you already kick it with at school, and also the people you don't know in the city. But yeah, man, like it's a paid internship. You come there, you kick it, we vibe out, we playing music, we playing instruments,
Sounds
we
fun.
going
Can I
on
do it?
trips.
Am I too
Nah,
old?
Jay, you a little too old. Yeah,
I am. Oh.
but yeah. So
Do they have to be musically inclined,
no,
or
no, no,
then
no.
do they have to know an instrument?
Yeah, no, we teach them all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we got steel drum, we got djembe, we got guitar, uh, bass, drums, piano. Um,
A lot of instruments.
yeah, a lot of instruments
That's
that
cool.
we teach them. And the dope thing about it is, if they, like, let's say we get a freshman, right? They come in there in ninth grade. If they stay in New City all 4 years of high school, and graduate, then they get a scholarship towards whatever college they want to go to.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
Super
cool.
hard.
So I'll make sure this is a clip and we'll put it out there. Are they still looking?
Yeah.
When's
So
the deadline? Is there a deadline?
yeah. So it'll be Tuesdays. So
Okay.
if y'all want to come out, say any middle schoolers or high schoolers or anything like that. Is it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday at New City Kids. We'll put the address somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, come on,
yeah,
man.
just give me the address and I'll put it in. That's really, really cool, Tank. So that was your week, busy, and then yesterday you was in Chicago.
Yes, was in Chicago. Me and Aaron went down there to see the family. Yeah, so
Before the wedding. So
she got to meet the family in Chirac. You did.
That wedding's fast approaching.
Yes.
Is it how long you got?
Yeah.
26 or 27 days?
26 days.
26 days. Can you believe it?
26 days.
Yeah, 26 days to the wedding. So you went down to Chicago, met the family.
Yeah.
So yeah. So my week, it's been good. So Hustle Pray Eat's been busy. So we've been in
Nice.
So we've been in two separate, actually 3 locations, because Mark and Stephen have been on the road as well. So we've had Woodland Mall, we've had downtown at the Arts Marketplace. We'll be there next week as well. And we have Mark and Stephen, they had a couple of shows as well. So we've been out here and also online as well, of course, www.hustleprayeat.com. And it's been very busy. The pop-up, okay, let's talk about the pop-up yesterday, because you guys weren't here, obviously, because you were in Chicago. But it was amazing. And the reason why this one was so special is because we also had Edge, Hustle Pray representation, Zay Jones. You guys, you've heard us speak about him before. He was on the bill with you and Stephen and Mark for the Welcome Back show that we done. And he just absolutely killed it. And it was so sick because when I was asking for, like, he wanted to perform, and he was like the first one. And he said it's always been his dream to perform in a mall. So like to be able to actually do that and kill it as well. Like he had a big crowd gather. Like he was really preaching the gospel, rapping the gospel, speaking the gospel, and praying. And in a public arena like that, like you have all kinds of people come to the mall. So to do that witness in front of so many people in such a public place, unashamed. And he done it with excellence as well. Like you know how he is. Like
cold.
He sings excellent, he raps excellent, and he dances excellent. So it was a whole show. And I had one white lady. I like to describe people so that you can, she was a white lady, and she came to me and she was like really emotional. Like she was like overwhelmed by his talent. She was like, does he have music out? And I showed her his Spotify, and then I said, this is like a representation of what we do at the Edge and how we worship. And so that was really cool. It was, I could go on for ages about it. But another cool thing was that so much Edge people came. So it was it was really a good time of fellowship because we were there just having a good time. So many people came out to support Hustle Pray Eat, to buy Hustle Pray Eat. We made a lot of money yesterday downtown. So I mean at Woodlands as well. One thing that I found really cool, there was a girl and her brother. They were wearing God is Dope. And they were saying that they've been looking for some other brands to wear because their mom is an evangelist. So they're looking for other like discipleship evangelism tools. And they just thought, they were so excited about Hustle Pray Eat. They was like, because I was saying like, it's a great evangelism tool because it sums up the gospel in 3 words.
Yeah.
It really does. It sums up what God expects of us. And it's like, you know, we get stopped and asked about Hustle Pray Eat, and it gives a great opportunity to share the gospel. So I've just been really excited about the growth in Hustle Pray Eat because it's mad because you'll go to the mall for these pop-ups and other vendors that are selling their stuff are wearing Hustle Pray Eat. Can you imagine? Like they're selling their own products, but they come wearing Hustle Pray Eat.
Yeah, that's how you know you're making moves.
Yeah, exactly. Or like people, so it was interesting. The downtown audience and the Woodland Mall audience are very different. So downtown you have more like the white people, and so it's a different demographic, but it's always the same response. They say, "Oh, I see this everywhere," and what I noticed is most people downtown recognize it because of Stephen Malcom. So so shout out to Stephen for always rocking with us and representing, man. So that was super exciting. So in the world this week, what's going on? Okay, did you see Joe Biden's tweet about get vaccinated or wear a mask until you do? It's that simple, your choice. Or whatever he said. So what do you think about that, the get vaccinated or wear a mask thing? I just don't understand how you're gonna tell.
Yeah, because like you had mother, like she fully vaccinated and she went out for the first time like without her mask, and she was like they not asking you for your card.
They don't ask. So how are you gonna?
I don't know how they gonna. Or Aaron, didn't you say? Aaron was joking, but apparently, like people that's been fully vaccinated or whatever, like I guess you saw it on TikTok where like
the magnet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
I'm like, y'all getting chipped.
No, I was speaking about that yesterday. I was like, that apparently a magnet stick to. Did you try it on Marmalade or Pee?
Yeah, I did it on my dad.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Well, I did on both. On my dad, it kind of stuck.
And he got
no, he was like acting funny once I was like, Dad, it's kind of sticky. And Mom did it like it was kind of sticky, and then he started acting funny, dancing around because I. But my mom didn't do nothing.
Oh, but that's concerning.
It's just a little sketchy.
Because that's probably how they're gonna do it. They probably kind of have like a metal detector thing or something. And say like, oh, you chipped.
Yeah.
I mean, not chipped. You see, you just rolled off my tongue. Are you vaccinated? That's
yeah. So that's what I was thinking. Like, shoot, that probably got something to do with it. How they gonna?
Yeah, I think so because how else are you gonna tell? And then in England, so the COVID thing. I was speaking to my mom earlier. I was like, oh, so what's new in England? And she was like, you meant to do your research. I was like, this is my research. But she said that they're lifting the lockdown tomorrow, I think, but they still have to like social distance and stuff, but everywhere is open. So that's kind of like here, right? That's where we're at. Everywhere is open, right? Nothing's closed still. Yeah. So there's that. I won't be getting I don't know actually. I won't say that. Okay, so I'll wear a mask for now. Okay, so now into more serious stuff. So church today. We always want to recap on church because we want to give back out the food that we've been given and the spiritual food. And it's important that, you know, we're hustle pray. That's what we're about. We need to share the word of God as well. So actually, me and Tank were at 2 different churches today.
Yes.
So where was you at, and what was that? What was going down?
I was at City Life on Division with Pastor Christy.
I'm preaching there on the 30th.
Yeah, it was super dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. Father should have told me it was gonna be outside.
Oh, it was outside?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, I forgot.
I came with Stephen crew neck on. So the whole time, my ears and my neck cold in the mud. So I'm going, yeah. For the first service, it warmed up a little bit. But yeah, it was super dope. It was super dope. Yeah, I got to share a little bit about myself, and share with them PTSD, the song. So,
what was the response?
It was super dope. It was super dope and super encouraging.
Aww.
Like, a lot of parents came up to me and just was like, yo, the record opened my eyes to how I affected my kids and how I am affecting my kids. So from parents that, you know, I don't know, in some people's eyes, like, got it together with their kids, and they're not putting their kids in jacked up situations or whatever. They was like, yo, it spoke to me. And then the people, I remember this one lady, she what'd she say? Oh, she said that her son is in foster care because of the past, and she past boyfriends and stuff like that.
So it's like similar story too.
Yeah. And so she was just like, yo, like, it opened my eyes. You know what I mean? And so just for me to go in there and be Tank and still be this young dude, young black male that loved Jesus, but also from the streets, well, from that environment, and it still impact people that don't come from that place. Like, just to see how God used it, like, it's crazy. Like, then on the flip side, it was me and Mother was just talking about it. It was this lady that we know. She, like, real life, like a gangster, like, from Chicago. And she was telling me, like, some real authentic stuff, some feelings that she was feeling about a situation going on in her family, that I can relate to, that probably anybody can relate to for real. But just the transparency of like, yo, your record, like, I feel that. I feel that. I feel your testimony. I feel what you and PE was talking about. Cause she was like, yo, Tank, like, I want to go do this right now. Like, that's how I feel. So, like, man, when I say, like,
you and P, like, if you continue to do stuff like that, like, minister together, it's gonna be amazing.
That's what I realized too. Like, I feel like it was just a perfect chemistry and mix between, like, me going up there, sharing my testimony, sharing the music, then he coming in on the back end with that same energy preaching. Yeah, it was like, man, but he preached on righteous and unrighteous judgment. So
I want to before we get into that though, I do want to, like, stick on what you were saying about PTSD, is that it's like you've given a voice to the children. So because often we think, oh, you don't understand, it's not going to affect them, by the time they're older they won't remember, but you've literally given a voice to that little boy that you were, and the little kids that are in that situation right now. Because I never thought of it like that before, like, you opening up the eyes of adults that might have children in those situations right now. So, because usually you think, oh, you know, an adult might listen to it and relate to it and say, like, oh, that's also my testimony, but not in the fact that, oh, this is my children's current situation.
Yeah, I think I had more of that. I had more of that response just in general from the record. And then as far as the youth, and that kind of came, like, on the back end, right? Like, offline, where I'm able to like talk to certain young people that would just write any and everybody off. Like, oh, shut up, bro. Like, you don't understand what I'm going through. Like, I'm able to just speak to them, to talk to them, kick it with them, because they see, oh no, like, dog, feel me.
Yeah, it gives you like a foot in the door already. Like, you know, it takes away a layer that other people might have to work harder to get through because we might not understand their situation. And that reminds me of something that we was talking about just before off camera, about the importance of not shying away from testimony. No matter, like, you know, it might involve other people. You just don't say their names, you know, but our testimony is not just for ourselves. It's to be a witness to the Lord. It's about bringing God glory, because everything that you've gone through in your life, or you're currently going through, is not to be wasted. It's not just for the sake of it. It's so that God can be glorified. And it reminds me of the story of when Jesus healed a blind man, and everyone was talking about, you know, why was he blind? What was his sin, or what was his parents' sin? And Jesus said, no, this is so God will get the glory. He was blind. he was blind, like, so he could see, so that God can get the glory. It's not the result of anybody's sin or anything like that. So, like, even you guys back home, if there's something that you're going through right now, and you might be blaming yourself, you know, not saying that there's not consequence for sin, but there's people that are in situations just because they're in the situation, and not a consequence of their sin or their parents' sin. But just remember, like, there's a way out of this. And, you know, Jesus calls himself the way. Like, Jesus is the way out. He is the light to your darkness, and he's the truth. So remember that when you're coming out of the story, to not forget the story. Not forget it, and don't think you just have to, because you're now through it, don't put it on the shelf and never talk about it again. Because I think that's sometimes what we tend to do. We come to Christ with this new creation, and we act like that we don't have a testimony. Our testimonies are so important.
Yeah, that reminds me of a lot of rappers say, like, you know, because they come from the streets, they come from the hood, they come from the struggles and challenges of the environment that they in, right? So they get successful, they get the millions of dollars, they get the life that they always dreamed of, but they always like, don't forget where you come from, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's that same thing.
Exactly. Like, your testimony is definitely needed. So then Pete went on to talk about righteous and non-righteous judgment.
Yeah. And I know you heard it before. He tapped in a little bit. I ain't gonna say a little bit because he definitely ruffled some feathers in a good way, like Jesus would do, which is super dope.
So what Pete does.
Yeah, man. And so he talked about the righteous and unrighteous judgment, and then he went on to talk about how everybody, like Tank got those sins that is just unforgivable in my head, in my mind. You know what I mean? And just how we all got some of that. Well, we all like got some stuff, and like, you do this to me, you do this to my family, or we see you do this or do that, it's gonna be really hard for me to make it into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to forgive.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, because you think it's gonna be hard for me to make it into the kingdom because forgiveness is required.
Yes.
And there's some things that in our flesh, in and of ourselves, we will just never forgive. And we spoke about this here before, I think, with the episode with Vanessa, that as hard as it is, forgiveness is not a choice.
Yeah, man. And he was up there, and he was like, yo, I'm speaking like to me, and I'm on the back end. I talked to Aaron about it probably like a week before, and I was like, no, I realized, like, I really struggle with forgiving. For real. And I was up there like, yo, P, I feel you. I feel you. Everybody.
No, but it's true. Like, of course, with humans in general struggle with forgiveness because it's a characteristic of God. it's the Lord in us that is forgiving. It's humans, we're not forgiving in our nature. We want retaliation. We want to take the vengeance into our own hands, but vengeance is the Lord. He is a just God, but we do have to forgive, and it sounds easier than it actually is, because it ain't easy at all.
Yeah, P was like, yo, I don't know about y'all. I be want to take vengeance in my own hands and justice in my own hands. I'm like, amen. I feel you on that.
Man. But we do have to forgive as Christians, because we are representing the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. And that brings me on to what we spoke about here at The Edge today. So we are in a new series called What Kind of King? Right? So then today, Pastor Kurt was speaking, and he spoke, the title of today's message was Baby King. So talking about the birth of Christ and what was spoken over his life. But what I want to focus on is, he asked a question. He said, when you think of king, when somebody says king to you, like, what kind of things come to your mind?
For me, man, bold, courageous, protector.
And that's interesting, right? Because, like, in modern day, like, say, take the royal family, for example, the queen and the king, they don't really go and fight and stuff. But if you, read the Bible, like King David, he was a warrior king. He went and he was on the front lines in wars and stuff. So it's interesting that you say protector, because a lot of people probably won't even think protector when they think king.
And like, that's what I think when I think of Jesus, King Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, protector for sure. I don't know. Maybe I'm cheating because a lot of times, like, I go off of Jesus.
No, that's good. But
So, like, even nurturing, to his people, to his land, to his village. All that.
No, that's good that you said that, because not a lot of people are going to think like that. Like, especially like if you're not in Christ and you don't know Christ, your idea of a king is what you've seen in the world or seen in movies and stuff like that. Some are even dictators or the power, authority, money. That tends to what you think of. But you saying nurturer, it reminded me of our King Jesus, our King. He is a servant. He came and he served. So it's like in the Bible, everybody was expecting a certain kind of king when they said, the King of the Jews is coming. They expected, all this glory and all this power and all this, I don't know what exactly they was expecting, but he came to serve.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I said it probably last week, but a pastor once said that king school is servanthood. So you learn to be a king through serving. What do you think about that?
I think that's dope. I think that's super dope. And first thing that popped in my head was like, it make you want to like hail the king.
Yes, exactly. You want to like, in our context, our king, it makes you want to worship.
Yeah.
Because it's like, he was like, why would you not? Like, you serve me. You look at everything Christ does for us. He washed his disciples' feet. So they, in turn, want to serve him, and be his subjects.
Yeah, like, oh, man. I used to have a conversation of, like, hypothetically speaking, if I was back in slavery times, or if that was in like today's context, talking to the homies, like, I even talk to everybody, like, we ain't going for that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to like force us to serve you, and, and like, you know what I'm saying. So I thought about it the same way, like, in that sense, like, all right, let's say there's a king. And he's forcing us to, he's just being rude and forceful and being a dictator. Not like, I couldn't be in North Korea. Yeah, he the guy. Yeah, nah.
But it's same kind of thing, like even with marriage, and
Yeah.
it's interesting because we know as Christians we know that marriage is the representation of Christ and His church. So it's the same way as we're saying because Jesus is a good king. We want to be submitted to Him, and it's the same like in marriage, like with the wife submitting. She will submit to a good husband. It's like that same kind of image.
Yeah. And the dope thing about marriage is like what I've observed and like found out was like God is that nurturer that the woman is. He is that protector that the man. Like it's just a reflection of the characteristics of God.
Yeah.
So it's a privilege. It's a gift.
Exactly. So it's like God is a big God, and He puts part of Him in all of us, right?
Yeah.
And so in marriage, because it's the image of Christ in His church, but also of Christ, right? Because the two becoming one. Now your marriage has to represent who Christ is, and in that, all the nurturing, the protecting, all of that oneness is the image of God.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And like right now, I'm just thinking like, I think like that defines a successful marriage if you can reflect the character of God within your marriage.
Not as two separate, not just as two separate people, but does your marriage?
It's one. You know what I'm saying? Like onto the unbelievers and the church. You know what I mean? Like, boom.
Absolutely. So yes, that was church today. So if you did miss it, then you can go on the Edge's Facebook page, which is the Edge Urban Church. Actually, you're now in charge of that, right? So Tank is now staff here at the Edge.
If you see a little change here and there, you know what I'm saying? We stepping everything up, man. Turn up.
So if you guys are watching, you probably noticed that we just have "eat" here on the wall like that, and you're probably thinking, why is that there? So I'm going to explain that a little bit. First of all, it's because I forgot my man, the little I forgot the little body thing because of the pop-up. It's still in Tony's car. So I was in here trying to distract Tank from something that we'll talk about a little bit later. So I was like, oh Tank, can't we put up these the things? So we got all of them, by the way. This is the hustle one. So Tank said, this is not a job for today, Jade, basically. And then so Stephen was meant to be here, and I said, so what should I put here? And Tank was like, why don't you just choose one of the words to focus on for the episode? And I thought that was a great idea. So I asked Tank to choose a word for me and Stephen to talk about, and he said eat. He said because hustle will be easy for a rapper, pray would be easy for a Christian, but eat.
Yeah, eat. And I mean, even eat like yourself. We can say reading the scriptures or Sunday service or whatever. But my challenge was, this is what I've been on lately, like to my brothers and sisters in the faith, like others.
Yeah.
How you pouring into others.
Other people.
Because that's what God called us to do. I think it's PE that like challenged the idea of like he like kind of like, I wonder if you're a believer if like,
he said if you're not making disciples, which is basically if you're not pouring into other people, then I have to question if you're a Christian.
And we lazy right there right now. So
So let's talk about it. But first of all, I know from this day forward, you are going to pour into, especially young men, even more and with even greater food because of how you were fed today.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
So, do you want to talk about it? So, this is such a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, my phone is blowing up.
Mine is too. I think it's Mama Ladon.
Yeah, talking about Peppa, our old dog.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I was about. Okay. So today, right? PE done something very special for you. So you're about to marry his daughter, Erin.
Yeah, hi, Erin.
Hi.
There she
You don't
is.
even sound like that for real.
Hello.
Nah,
And so today, PE gathered a group of men for you especially, and he wanted them to bless you with
yeah.
tools, money, and wisdom. Talk about it, because it was a surprise for you, so...
Yeah, Jade was getting on my nerves a little
Yeah,
bit.
I was getting on his nerves, because... So he got here early, and then so P was like, okay, tell him to go and do the podcast or something. So I brought him up into the room, and that's why this happened. I was like, Tank, I need help with this, da, da, da. And he was like, I've got a meeting at 3:30, and then it was 3:28, and you was trying to go downstairs, and I was like, Tank, it's not 3:30 yet. I was like, don't you think it's a bit rude? You're gonna go down there, and nobody's told you to come yet. And then he was like, why is this such a concern of yours?
Yeah, I'm trying to be on time for this meeting. If I go down there at 3:30, I'm gonna be late. It's gonna be 3:32 or something.
So I was like, what, do you want to stay here and argue about it? Because I was trying to because Mum and Dawn texted me and was like, oh, 2 minutes, I'm going to call him down. So I was trying to fill that 2 minutes with an argument.
Man,
So sorry for getting on your nerves, but it was for good reason.
That's fine. I love you. That's okay.
I love you too. So carry on.
So
you went downstairs.
Went downstairs. I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was in trouble for something. I was thrown off. That's on my granddad there. I'm like, I don't. I know my family knew Aaron family before I knew him. So, but I'm like, what is he? I haven't talked to him in a minute. Yeah, so, and then, but he, I don't know how to talk. PE and my granddad is like looking back at me as I walk, and I'm like I ain't know no dark sneaky stuff. Like I'm good. So I'm not thinking I'm in trouble because something I'm doing, but I'm thinking I'm in trouble because they as a man they probably noticed something that I'm tweaking on and I'm about to get married. So I'm like, okay. And
you
it's
thought it was an intervention.
Yeah. And mother she hold my back, rubbing my back. And I'm like, yeah, what's going on? Right? I don't like surprises like that. You know what I'm saying? But then when I saw the gifts, I yeah.
Oh, then you realized.
I saw a big old it was the leaf blower.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. I'm not in trouble.
So you felt calm, and then it must have been beautiful to see who showed up, and there's people that came from out of the city.
Yeah. That meant a lot to me. Mm-hmm. That meant a lot to me. Oh man, it's so crazy because I never saw that done for nobody before.
I've never seen it done either.
Ever.
Tank the Beloved! Now you guys understand, right? It's really loved.
For real. It's people I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And they coming out just showing love and as OGs in the faith, and just and blessing me. Mm-hmm. So that was super dope, man. Yeah, the people, everybody that was there and what they said, it stuck with me. I'm always going. That's how I told you I hate memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hate that memory because I ain't gonna be able to relive it.
But you can
not how I want to. I want to go back in time, step in that seat,
do it again.
Do that again.
Yeah,
man.
I said to hard. You are an amazing father-in-law to get. What a great father!
Yeah. He the coolest. But yeah, man. Shoot.
But you've got also they wrote down their messages for you, right?
Yeah, that was the dope thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was the dope thing. I got everything everybody said, for the most part. Man, it was dope. You had Steve there, cause I'm hearing stuff that people don't if they share it to me or share it with me, it's not in detail. it's not in detail. So like when Steve told me he real life look as my big bro, look up to me in this way, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Amazing.
You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, when fathers say stuff like, there's no other man on this planet that I can ever see being with my daughter. What? You know what I'm saying? Or Uncle Donnie say stuff like, Uncle Donnie said, he said, I'll say, till I remember. I gotta say it.
No, that's fine.
What did he say? Oh, he said you know, Uncle Donnie, like, he speak up and he gonna take action when he feel like his family is in trouble or threatened in any way. And he said, you gave me like the opportunity to shut up.
Wow.
Like, you bring peace.
Yeah, I was gonna say
to the people I love.
Oh.
Like, what? And
Uncle Donnie, you gotta shut up.
Uncle Donnie, listen. So I'll probably share a little bit more about what others said, but at the end of it, see, all the young boys don't get this, man, and that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, like, everybody don't get treated like this. That's why, I love them, man, for real, and I honor my OGs and the people that come before me. Really, that's how I was wired. But Uncle Donnie, listen, right? So they was like, yo, you gotta learn how to play spades, right? This is a real, like, serious thing. He gave me these cards. You feel me? This is what I gotta learn with. And it's a certificate. Like, well, this is real 24 karat gold.
Yeah, let me read it. It says certificate of author. I was about to say like a Jamaican certificate. Certificate of authenticity, gold foil, laboratory tested report, gold certificate, 99.9% pure 24 karat gold, and then it's got the.
Listen,
if
you know me, or for one, if you know me,
fake.
I don't rock with like fake stuff. Like, yeah, really, I don't really rock with fake stuff, but specifically like jewelry, like clothes and stuff like that. So, like, I love diamonds. I love gold. Like, this is real gold. Like,
that's amazing. That is a really good gift.
Come on, man. And this is what I'm gonna do, right? I'm only playing spades with the man that was in that room with these.
That's good. You got so much today, like, beyond the gifts.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna keep forever. Right?
Yeah, the wisdom just as a man. I'll give y'all a nugget that I was given. And of course I'm gonna challenge and test my young boys later, but a husband, 3 things: a priest, a protector, and a provider. A husband. And they all touched on all 3 of them individually. And yeah, that was something I'm gonna take with me forever.
And one thing that I saw that I thought was really cute, because it was handmade, what Beacon made for you. Do you want to explain? So it was a cut out of a boxing glove holding a spatula, and then he wrote his message on the back of it. So can you explain like what he was saying about the boxing glove and the spatula thing?
Yeah, so the boxing glove symbolized the one of the 3 things that makes up a husband, which is protector, and plus he know how to box too. So that symbolized that. But then the spatula.
People listening to this podcast must be thinking, are they just a church full of fighters? Because everybody that's been on is a boxer.
Listen, I ain't gonna. Hey man, listen, we come from the edge, man. Like,
we got hands around here.
You know what I'm saying? You struggle. We got hands around here.
We got hands around
You struggle
here.
with what you struggle with. We struggle what we struggle with. For the most part, we struggle with putting hands on people. You did. You know what I'm saying?
But it's covered in Christ. We just know how to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. But he was like, because it kind of looked like a microphone. He's like, I know you do music, microphone. That's too you focused. I'm like, Cause B can always say those little smart stuff and make you want to get in the ring with him sometimes. But no, the specialist symbolized the like being kind and being sensitive and being caring as a husband to my wife. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
Because our society is macho man.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes protecting your wife isn't Tank going to scrape dude. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's being gentle with your wife and protecting her heart, her emotions, her emotional state, mental state in that way, and just making sure I'm not being like a pushover or nothing, or not being myself, but just being sensitive to my wife, you know what I mean, and her feelings, her emotions, stuff like that. So that was super dope. You know what I'm saying? That's probably gonna go in the fridge for sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got so much wisdom, man, and so much love, and you could tell it was genuine.
Definitely. So me,
yeah.
Mum, and Little, when it, just seeing, because I was looking down from the balcony, but I stayed in here for the most part because I didn't want to be nosy. But just seeing everybody, like they all came in black as well, which you didn't notice until after. But that was to just to symbolize the unity and the idea of them putting in extra thought and to make sure they show uniformity. We're in this together. We're one behind you. So, but just seeing it and just seeing who showed up, and it was really good. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah, they tried to get a gangster to cry. They tried to get a gangster to cry. You know?
In 26 days, we'll see those tears, I'm sure. Yes, we will. But so this goes back to the eat. So you were fed. Therefore, just now, what you've done is feed others.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I feel like that was like the icing on the cake moment for the understanding of Tank in regards to what does it mean to be a husband. That was like all this time, over this time of being engaged, right? I'm getting equipped. I'm soaking in wisdom and knowledge and different things, and but that was that's it.
It was kind of
I'm confident.
Yeah, that was kind of especially because we're talking about eat, it's kind of like the final feast, or like the last supper, so to speak. Not before you die, but but like going from all the bits of meat that you've been getting about being a husband to now we're all feasting together. We're gonna feed you all of this meat, and I'm sure it's going to take you a long time to even digest it all fully. So that's why it's amazing that it's been written down. And then you will, you already have, but then you were able to easily pour it out into the people once you meditated on it, which means getting something from your head into your heart. And then so that's why if you guys read your word, the Bible over and over, especially in Psalm, says meditate on the Lord's word, because it's not about just the head knowledge, it's about getting it into your heart, because what does the Bible say? Out of the heart the mouth speaks, right? What's in your heart, what lives in your heart will come out of your mouth. So it goes back to knowing people by their fruit, knowing a Christian by what comes out of their mouth, what kind of things do they speak about, and what they say, is it edifying to the body of Christ? Is it edifying to the world? Are you being the salt of the world? So all of this stuff, all of the meat that they gave you to feast on today, and that you ate today, it will come flowing out of you so naturally, even in just the way you communicate and speak to your wife, and to people just around you will see that, wow, this is a good husband. Somebody must have poured into him.
Heck yeah, man! I can't wait to go back offline and talk to a lot of my young homies about marriage, about being a husband. Yeah, that's gonna be a very interesting conversation because I know like they want the marriage. They want to be husbands and take care of their family and stuff like that. Now, yeah, Jesus.
Is it recording, Erin? Because you're looking at that very concerning.
Aaron,
I couldn't see nothing.
yeah,
I
she
don't have
need
my
her
glasses.
glasses. Yeah, she need her glasses.
54 minutes.
Well, 54 minutes.
Yeah, we recording. You know what I'm saying?
By the way, guys, I told Erin, tell me when it's been 30 minutes. She stood up once.
She over here on the couch
I
booling.
She's in here with her cereal. She's got her
Yeah.
cereal. She's chilling.
Socks on and ankle socks on.
She came in
no
here
lotion
like,
on the ankle. No,
when did you guys get a couch? And from that, it was over. She's just comfortable. So shout out Erin. So we're at 54. So sorry, carry on. What was you saying?
I know the young boys want that. You know what I mean? So I want to talk to them about that concept of what does that look like.
Yeah.
And just to be able to, on a small scale, be the individuals, that was in that room pouring into me.
You want to be that to them.
That's that just humbling privilege.
To be what you received today for somebody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that with me for the rest of my life. And so, like, to be that, even if it's on a smaller scale, that's super dope, man. So, I'm confident though. I'm confident what a husband is. What is a husband? Put it in the comments.
What is a husband? What is the 3 things a husband should be? I think me and Mama Lidl were talking about the 3 things a wife should be. So we haven't narrowed those down to.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should have all the women, married or not.
Oh yeah.
Comment.
Okay, so there we go. Here's my little clip for the day. So, so we said that a husband should be a priest, protector, and provider. What, in your belief or your idea and thought, is the 3 things a wife should be to her husband? And there's more than 3. But if you was to narrow it down to those 3 things, what would they be?
Yes.
Thank you, Tank, for that idea.
Yeah, I'm very interested.
Yeah. So a lot of spiritual food. How are you on your physical food recently?
Man.
Because I know we both had McDonald's today.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Steve gonna come in here. Steve been, he been going crazy, man. His consistency is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Boy getting shredded and all that. You know what I mean? I ain't making no excuses.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Steven came in here talk to Tank about
big bro moment.
Yeah, and tell him about the to stop eating all that McDonald's, and I was like, I can't say
man,
that to him.
listen to this though. Listen to this though. Like I watch what's the podcast? I forgot it, but it's with a whole bunch of an NFL podcast with a lot of football players retired. Right, so you got Chad Ochocinco on there, like one of the greatest dogs as a wide receiver in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Well, he retired now. But he was a dog. Like nobody could stop him. His footwork was impeccable. Like he was a dog. And he's still in shape to this day. He'll still give anybody run for their money. So all the other NFL players like, Chad be tripping, you diet horrible, whatever. And Chad like, ain't nothing been wrong with me yet. Y'all the ones got the injuries. I've been eating McDonald's and McChickens my whole career. I've never got injured enough. So I just feel like, give it a little grace, you know what I mean? Because if we spar and I give you some work. No.
You think you'd have him though, for real?
Steve?
Yeah.
I feel like I got an advantage. But
what's the advantage? No.
You trying to start something?
Come on, Steve. She got me trying to get my game plan to you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Nah, man. Hey, that's big, bro. Steve I knew he had hands before we even started boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Stevie fast with this.
Do
Have
it.
you seen
Hold
him
on.
do it though?
Do it again. Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, actually doing it now, it makes me very more impressed. A lot more impressed with Steve because his hands are quick.
The boy's nice.
He's nice, yeah.
The boy's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, he like my partner. Like when I start training, he started training too.
Mhm.
We train together. Yeah, and actually our relationship grown tremendously because of that. Even in the discipleship space,
That's good.
too, which is super dope.
Mhm.
So yeah, we naturally, just iron sharpen iron. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So he gonna make sure my hands right. I'm gonna make sure his hands right. If we sparring and I make a mistake,
He's
hey,
gonna let you know about it.
you know what I'm saying? He gonna hit me with a 2-3 and then a
Mhm.
slip and a 6, and it's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be super dope, man. And I can't wait to get back in the ring and get to doing that.
Mhm.
So Steve, okay, I'll take your advice and I'll freaking
Yes,
eat
no more
right.
McDonald's, especially. Oh, God, I'm not even gonna talk about it because this. I need to. I got 26 days. I need
Oh
to
yeah.
my dress. I ain't got a choice but to stop eating McDonald's. So
McDonald's. McDonald's.
you know what I sound like? Oh, tell the people to be quiet in Patwa.
On our top your eyes. On our top your eyes.
Isn't that good, guys?
On our top
On
your
a top
eyes.
in eyes.
On our top your eyes, and me all going done your dance.
He's learning, guys. I'm very impressed with my Patwa students.
You did?
So yeah. So eat, guys. Make sure you eat, digest, meditate, and then get it into your heart and give it back out into the world as well. And eat right as well, even physically, because we've got work to do in the kingdom. We need to be around to do it.
Yes, indeed.
We need to be healthy. So Christian hip hop. What's new? But you know what? I say what's new, but I don't really. Not that I don't care, but I care, but like not like beyond you. So I just want to focus on you right now because you haven't been on here since PTSD dropped.
Yes.
But I have some like encouragement to say to you because there's a young guy who's been coming to our church, and I was having a conversation with him about hip hop. It happens if you're around here. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like the top 10 conversation happens often. And I said, so who are some of your? Because I was trying to gauge like because he writes as well, so I was trying to gauge like his writing style or like what inspires him.
Okay.
So I was like, so who inspires you the most? And he said he gave me a list. You were the first person he said, and he mentioned you amongst
Crazy.
the Eminems. Stephen Malcom was in there too. Joyner Lucas, like.
Dang.
But you were literally the first name he said, and I was even
That's
having
crazy.
a conversation with myself. I talk to myself, guys, like. Hence the podcast. I needed somebody to talk to. But so in my mind, I was like, because anytime I don't know if you've been around and I have these top 10 conversations, and I say I don't have a top 10. I don't even have a top 5. I always say my top 3. Do you remember them?
Kendrick. Is it Kendrick, me and Steve?
No.
Oh no, you said me and
3?
You said me and Steve was creeping up.
Yeah. So what's the top 3?
Oh man, was it Kendrick? Was Eminem in there?
Yeah. And you know the other one because you bought
Oh
me
yeah,
that.
Pop.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Kendrick and Pat, my top 3.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have a top 5.
Big. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
And Stephen and Tank are definitely up there. Like it, and that's crazy because it's so early on in your career. But
Yeah.
it's you've already proven to me enough that I know if you stick with the Lord and you stick on this path, of course, top 5, because I know you personally, so I know your heart, I know the life you live, where brother and sister, like, so there's that personal aspect of it. So I know that you really, really live this. But also, I think you're a phenomenal writer. You make great music. And same with Steve as well, but I'll give him his flowers when he's here. And I was thinking, wow, imagine that. The two of my top 5, I can text them. Like, that's wild to me. Like,
yeah.
That is really, really wild. Like, I can text them and say whatever I need to say to them.
Yeah, man, that's...
So when you hear stuff like that, especially because you know how critical I am when it comes to hip hop. So when I say that, what do you think?
It's just baffling. It's baffling because I know there's a ocean full of beasts. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to hip hop, you know what I'm saying, lyrically, or we can just go on the music route, just overall music. Man, because I'm always growing. I'm always growing. I'm always looking. All right, man, I need to do this better, do that better. It's humbling. It's humbling, and I feel like the work that I put in so far, I'm starting to see the fruits of it. For sure. Man, all those years in the basement, all those years writing projects that never got recorded, never got released, studying my favorite artists, studying live performances, studying interviews. Like, I definitely feel like I'm starting to see the fruits of the work. And so that's encouraging, you know what I'm saying, in regards to just keeping it pushing and going forth. Like, I got to.
You have to there.
Yeah, like, I'm starting, like, the vision, like, for real, like, I'm starting to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, first it was just like this bright light at the end of the tunnel. And then it's like, as I get closer, I'm starting to see, like, oh, that's right there. Oh, that's right there. You know what I'm saying? I can feel it. I can see it. And I always could, for the most part, like, yo, you got a dream, like, you gotta feel it. You gotta see it. Like, when nobody else see it, you gotta feel it when it's not tangible. You know what I'm saying? So,
because it reminded me of something that Stephen said when he was on here with Mark. And Mark asked him, like, did you always see this? Like, 6 years ago, did you see where you are today? And he said, I couldn't see it, but I believed it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like what you just said. Like, it was a bright light, but you believed that there's something there. You don't know quite what. And now you're starting to see it too.
Heck yeah. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I don't know. I wonder how Steve felt, like, even when he got signed, or even when he flew to Jamaica to shoot the I'm on the Move video, to see the venues packed out the way they is, his streams, the impact in Grand Rapids. Like, I'm really getting to that place. Like, I'm starting to experience a lot of those feelings. Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm doing this. Or I'm impacting people's lives in that way. This is crazy. This is crazy. People be telling me. People telling me at the show. I got on stage, and everybody like, "Hey, you know you're the GOAT, right?" That's why.
Somebody said that to you?
No, like, multiple people. Yeah, and even, like, just in the city, just in the city, like, they like, "Oh, bro, you the illest in the Midwest."
Wow.
For real. And that's...
And look,
it's just like, man.
No, but honestly, and this is what I mean about, like, investing in other people. And, like, for me, it's such a privilege to be on this journey with you, like, giving you this platform to speak on, like, because I was speaking to Stephen about this the other day, about I just love that we've got a platform now to give voice to the artist as well, which I'll speak in more detail when Stephen's up here about our conversation, because it was a really interesting one. But to like, I really believe in you, and you know, remember the gift that I gave you for Christmas? Yeah, the what was it? The history of hip hop, the photograph book, right? And I wrote a message in it, and it was basically saying that like investing into you as a rapper, like to know your history more and to dig even deeper into this discipleship tool, which is hip hop for us. And so it really, really is an honor.
Yeah, that book.
P went and copied it and bought one for himself, didn't he?
Yeah,
it's a good book.
But oh man, I think why I get, and this is no boast of myself, you know what I'm saying, I'm actually thankful for what God has given me. But like, I feel like the reason why I had that downstairs, or you know, why I have the favor with man that I do, or with God, it's because I really value those that came before me, or what came before me. I'm just thankful. Like, I know I wouldn't be here without it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, and because you value it, it makes you teachable.
Yeah.
And you have to be teachable to be able to have these accolades, and you know, you have to not be too prideful to take the wisdom from other people. So I understand what you mean.
Yeah, and it's helping me grow and it's shaping me into the artist that I am. Where dog, like, he naming me first over, you know what I mean, like. So that book was like, you talking about, it's an investment in me, in my artistry. I'm going back and I'm understanding the history of a culture that shaped my life, that saved me.
Exactly. So like, for us, like, we are part of the hip hop culture. So it's like, say if you're Jamaican and you read a book about the history of Jamaica, that's what hip hop books are for us. It's like literally history books about who we are, because it is deeper than a genre. Yeah,
it's absolutely
understanding our lineage. And also, I said to you, you know, you'll be in this book one day.
That's crazy.
And I truly believe it.
And y'all know who's in that book. Oh my God, if you knew who was in that book.
All the goats.
All the goats. Well, okay.
But not all of them. I ain't gonna throw that, all of the goats are in there.
I ain't gonna throw that word around too loosely. But.
No, but all the ones that would be considered goats are in there as well.
Yeah.
Not saying everybody in there is a goat, but yeah. Tank.
Super dope.
The beloved, guys. But I've seen it, like, when you performed, and remember, like, it was early on in COVID when it was Muskegon we was at, and it was an outside event.
Yeah.
And you went on first, but you like bodied the whole thing.
Looking back at that, all of y'all like on the outside looking at y'all, and y'all telling me what it was, and it was crazy. It was crazy. It was unbelievable. Like, I feel like that was that moment where I feel like God was started to lift me and exalt me, like, as far as the artistry goes, music career and all that. Because the one thing, like, there's like a scripture that defined me or defined my life. It'll be 1 Peter 5:6. Okay. Through 7, humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, that He may exalt you in due time. Casting your cares on Him because He cared for you. And so, like, my granddad preached that years ago, and it stuck with me. And I was like, whatever I go, like, I'm gonna be humble. You know what I mean? Like, so that's why I came to the edge. I never was jealous of my homies. I never was jealous of Steve. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody showed love. And I just felt like I knew God was going to exalt me in due time. And so I feel like I feel like that started it.
I think so too. But one second, I'll go back to that. But that just reminded me, I was having a conversation with Zay Jones and his mum. We was talking about that, and I was just encouraging him and saying, you know, the word says that our gift will make room for us. We do not have to force our way in. Like, we do not have to be jealous of our peers that are doing the same thing, because our gift makes room. Like, there's room for us all. But that moment that you're talking about, that's when I realised that it's not just me that thinks you're great, and it's not just us in our circle that thinks you're great, because I saw the response of strangers to you. Remember the family that came up for pictures and stuff like that? It's like, oh wow, like other people get it. Like Tank is,
man, and like
he's a problem.
I love my team. I love my family. I love my bro. I was telling my little cousin this the other day about Steve. I'm like, because I was just describing to him like just the love that my team got for me, and at the show, like Steve is the individual. Like no matter how much that on he is, or whatever his positioning is, he always support his team, his family, his bros. So he like, oh, if I can put you on a platform to the highest, go ahead. So you want the confetti? Go. You want the drummer? Go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want me to come out on stage? I'm gonna do that. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's I appreciate that. Even with people on the back end, like, people don't have to do that stuff and show me love like that, but they do. And so that's why I love y'all, man. I show y'all love too. You did. No. By the way, Zay Jones, hey, listen, he performed at Woodland. Was that yesterday? Yeah. I saw a clip of it. That boy cold, man. Y'all need to tune in.
I keep telling them Zay Jones is a superstar. Like, you know what? I was looking at the picture that we took on the night of the concert. It's me, you, Zay Jones, Stephen, Malcom, and Mark. And not to be like big headed, but I just felt like, wow, this picture has so much greatness in it. Like, holding the teapot. But I thought, like, wow, like, it made me, it humbled me. It's like to be in fellowship with such caliber of artists, because Zay Jones is a superstar. Like, there's like a superstar, right? And then you have Tank, then you have Steven, and you have MarkTheBaddGuy, who, though he's more behind the scenes, he's very much
Mark is a part of a lot that y'all don't know.
That's why I said before,
Mark is the reason why
what's a great eat creator.
He the reason when people talk about that show, Mark said, hey, these little nuggets, I be remembering that Mark say, he Mark always be pulling me aside different times, and he was like, yo, great moments. No, he said moments equal a great performance. So when I go back on the drawing board, how do I make that a moment? How do I make that a moment? How do I make that a moment? You know what I'm saying? Like, Paranoia with Aaron, that was a moment. You know what I'm saying? That people won't forget. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Not knowing that she gonna actually come out because I only get the exclusive features. You know what I'm saying? So, sorry to all y'all.
No, but that's really true, and it's like Mark is probably like the most influential voice in like, especially like locally. Like, what you guys see here is like, even Stephen said it on the podcast. He was like, I'm just trying to please the ear of Mark Evans, and it's like, they were laughing and joking, but when you have that like tap on the back, well done from Mark, it hits different, doesn't it?
Or Mark, I got a picture of, and this one I wasn't even like, I think I was still.
What time are we at, Arian?
We probably at 4 hours.
She just comfy.
1 hour 18 minutes.
Hey, but I got a picture to this day. I'm probably gonna like I'm probably gonna like get it printed. But it's at the tag team tour, which by the way, Steve, thank you for that. Was
Can you continue telling this story while I go to the bathroom?
Come
Come on, Erin.
Come on,
For
Erin.
real, take your place.
I probably look hit. Okay.
You don't look hit. You're
Let them
beautiful.
see you.
You're beautiful.
Okay, I'll be Jade.
You'll be Jade. Don't trip.
Oh, hi, podcast.
Here, come slide up there real quick. But on the tag team tour, you good? You comfortable?
Yes.
She nervous, y'all. It's all good.
I'm Jade.
I got a picture. I'm performing and Mark over there smiling, like turned up, like he's smiling over, way over in the corner. You can see it on the photo, and that was like a proud little bro moment. Like, man, like, excuse me, because I know the beast that he is. I know the individual, that really recognized talent. You know what I mean? And him and PE, like, it's
Yeah, they're the toughest critics.
they're the toughest, definitely for me, because like I'm around them all the time.
When you get a head nod from my dad.
Yeah, when you get the
Like,
head nod,
and then a smile from Mark.
or
he just start jumping around.
or sometimes I'm about to flame you, boy. But even father would be like he just like this.
Mm-hmm.
It can go both ways, but a lot of times it'll be that I like it. Like he'll pause, listen. I like it. You know what I mean? That's a good compliment. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mark is super dope, man. He's definitely the reason why a lot of stuff is dope. So flood his social media. Go buy some Hustle Pray Eat merch or something to show your thanks and your gratitude for the great art that you consume on the daily from us. I say us looking at Erin because she is on my project. Paranoia. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Jade. I'm Jade.
Oh yeah, you Jade. All right, talk like Jade.
Lord, please reign.
Why have you been doing that the whole time?
Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Bye, Erin.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me a part of your podcast.
Of course.
Erin, don't trip, please.
I won't.
By
Chill
the
out,
way,
of
I
course.
looked in the mirror, in the bathroom, and I realised I've still got lipstick. It's all chungy because I put my mask on. Anyway, did you tell the tag team story already?
Yeah, basically I got a picture where Mark is off in the corner, like geeked up, like with a big smile on his face when I'm on stage. And,
you should print it.
Yeah, I'm gonna print it.
We should start putting a book together.
Absolutely.
Like that book that we were just speaking about. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Because we've got like all the podcast pictures and
Yeah, well, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do
That'd
that.
be hard.
But yes, so PTSD dropped since the last time you was on here and speaking to us. What has the response been? Because I know your numbers went crazy, didn't they?
They went crazy.
By the way, guys.
Oh yeah.
My cup is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Isn't it though?
Yeah, we just bought it.
We just bought it.
You know
Anyway, carry on.
No, it's getting a great response. I'm hearing a couple different things. I'm hearing it's no skips.
No.
They could listen to that mug all the way through. They don't gotta touch it. And the raw transparency of it. The hip hop, the traditional like hip hop feel. Actually, Uncle Chad said that it was like "Don't Let Go." He heard it. He was like, "That's Grand Rapids sound."
Oh wow!
And what's crazy is I didn't know.
You didn't know
we had a sound. I just knew Midwest. I knew we chopped. That's what we did. You know what I mean? But I didn't know we had that grimy, like, you know what I'm saying, boom bap. So that's super dope. But yeah, man, people.
And you got a song with Chad Jones coming. He was so excited about that. Did you watch last week's podcast?
No,
You need to watch that.
I didn't.
It's a really good one. He kept saying, "I got him a song with."
No,
Jade."
I was here. Hey, cool, Michael.
No, you know what? I don't know why I forget that you produce. Sorry.
Everybody forget about me.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, you were here.
That's a relationship that is mind blowing to me for real. So,
Because
man,
you
that's
said
like crazy.
you said you used to listen to him. You performed his song in school or something.
Yeah, I used to rap his verse to people in school.
That's crazy.
Like, listen, like if you was early on like Christian hip hop, no, not even that. Like even mainstream, like we used to rap Wayne to people in school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's like that's a big deal.
That is a big deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Yeah.
Doesn't that feel weird? You go from rapping his verse in school and now you got a song with him.
I'm still in shock.
Are you?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, a lot of this stuff I'm in shock. I'm processing.
Yeah, I think like for me, I'd probably be in your same situation if I grew up knowing who these people were.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's what Mark was like. He was like, Jade, you've had an interview with, or going to have Stephen, Malcom, Peter Quillen, and Chad Jones all in 1 year. And I think sometimes I don't remember how much of a big deal it was because all of these people have been introduced to me on personal levels.
Heck yeah.
But it's a big deal, guys.
Heck yeah. I remember finding out about Steve when he did the first I saw real hip hop. Mm-hmm. Found out he was from the city. It was like Dog Code, right? It was like, and then I ain't really pay attention too much. And then he did the Sideways remix. Mm-hmm. Well, first it was the Go Off Challenge, you know what I'm saying? Cannon Challenge. It was like, dogs. Like his chopping is crazy. Mm-hmm. And we knew he was rapping Cannon. It was like, dog is crazy. And then he did a Sideways remix with KB. KB being definitely top 5. I'm like, that's just, I was proud for the city. And somebody from the city got record with KB, that's crazy. And he bodied it. And then to meet him like shortly after that, when he had the fro, y'all.
God just sets us up.
You know what I'm saying? This was Steve straight off of Lafayette, had the fro. You know what I'm saying? And to have a relationship I got with him today is just humbling, shocking, and crazy. So yeah, I'm still processing.
Yeah,
God has blessed me. You know.
No, God is really, really good, and He does get all the glory, because He just, when the Bible says, finding favor in the eyes of God and amongst men, I think you are definitely a picture of that. And so, like, when I call Tank the Beloved, that's what I mean. It's like the favor of God is so clearly on his life, and he's humble. And it makes it even easier to love him.
Yeah, man.
Is there anything else on your heart that you want to share? Because I think.
Man, hold on, man. Listen, I'm about to get married. You know what I'm saying? And my fiance right now.
Just to remind you all, guys, I'm the fairy god sister.
Yeah. Yeah, so tap in. You know what I'm saying?
Can I just say something about my dress?
Yeah.
So, my dress, right, is the perfect dress, and it happens to be from England, and on the website, it was called the Jade dress. It fit me like a glove. It's the matching cut for the wedding and colour of the bridesmaid dresses. And I was saying to my mum today that it was literally made for me.
It was made for you. It was predestined for you.
I believe so. It's called the Jade dress.
You Calvinist.
No, but I really believe that this was my dress. It was.
Turn up, Jade.
Made for me.
Well,
sorry,
my fiance is amazing. I'm thankful that Aaron, I'm trying to give you compliments. I'm trying to give you compliments right now. She's talking about period. She's amazing though, man. Like, she's really been that help that's brought me to the level I'm at. You know what I mean? All across the board, music, as a man, Aaron, like, God used Aaron to give grace to a lot of these individuals that be talking greasy out the side of their neck. You know what I mean? Straight up. For real. Because I'm cut that way. You know what I'm saying? For real though, like she let God use her in a relationship, even before the relationship as friends. Like, she was just a cool person to kick it with. So to say that she gonna be my wife here in 26 days. Man. My life really lit, y'all.
No, it really is. Like, oh, you see what happens though when you dedicate and surrender to the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. Like we was talking about earlier, like he's so easy to worship because he's so good to us as well. And that's proof, like, when you surrender, yes, we have our ups and downs. Yes, life is hard in certain areas and in certain seasons. But when Christ said, I came to give you life and life more abundantly, this is what we mean. Yeah, dreams coming true, beautiful marriages happening. Just really, like, isn't life exciting to you right now? Yeah. Life is just so exciting.
Heck yeah. Listen, y'all. Marriage, first of all, a committed relationship is lit. I haven't been married yet. I'm about to find out. But from peeking through the cracks, it's lit, bro. You know what I mean? So all that, you trying to play around, you trying to tap in with her, you lame, bro. It's one thing to get to know females, but it's another thing to play with them, and play with their emotions and all that. You feel me? Man, commit. You want to know why? Because commit shows discipline, commitment shows love and character, and it shows that you really take it serious. You feel me? So thank you, Aaron Evans, for being the amazing person you are. Yes, indeed. I think I'm gonna do like DMX did. Like he got a song to God on every project. Then we'll do that to Aaron. Every album will have a song to you. Okay. She blooded. Maybe not. Okay. Thanks.
No, you guys are. I just love them so much, and I can't wait. So the next time that you sit down with us, by then we should have the setup done. You'll be a married man, more than likely.
A married man. You dig. So y'all don't be trying to come all talk to me like that, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be like these. You feel me? O.J. Simpson with the defense. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I will be married though. I will be happily married. Aww. Okay, you're doing too much awes, man.
No, but it's cute. These guys don't like the cute. No, but they've got to cheat, because they'll be all cute and then be all when you say stop being cute then.
I can't help it.
Wow. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for being here all the times that you're here, even when you're just helping out on sound and stuff like that. You really soak it in, and you told us you're dedicated. And
yes, indeed.
Thank you so much.
Man, we need. Never mind, I'll talk about that offline.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Thank you all for supporting.
Do you want to pray for the people quickly?
Dang, Jade, I was thanking the people, man.
Sorry.
Sheesh.
Sorry.
The young people will know that. Okay.
No, we've been saying that in England.
What have y'all been doing the whole arm gesture thing?
How you been doing? I didn't do anything, but I stopped myself.
Yo, thank y'all for supporting HPE, man. And everybody that's involved. Like, we appreciate it. Like, we really just being obedient and being trying to be to the best of our ability a great steward of what God has gave Mark and Allie. You know what I'm saying? So, man, thank you, man. Keep supporting. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. We're going to find creative ways to involve y'all, you know what I'm saying, and show our love. But I'll pray out.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to try to pray like Uncle Chad because he way more spiritual than me. He be talking in Hebrew up here. He did. That was playing. Yeah, thank you, Jesus, for just first waking us up this morning, and just giving us another opportunity to get to know you more, to reflect your character in some way. Yeah, and we thankful and we're grateful for that first. Lord, we just ask that you continue to keep your hedge of protection around us, around House Pray, around the team, around the family, and that includes everybody that love and support, online and those, in England. So we love you, we thank you, we praise you, we give you all the honor and all the glory. We're going to keep on doing our best in regards to being great stewards of what you gave us. And Lord, we humble ourselves because we know we nothing without you, Lord. So all the way down from the podcast to the sound, to the artists, to the pastors, and different influencers and people on the back end, Lord, we know that we nothing without you. So we humble ourselves right now before you, and we ask that your name just be exalted on high. And we're going to continue to do the work that you called us to do. And Lord, check us if we tripping. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Oh, wait, hold on real quick. And Yeshua HaMashiach, I try to be like Uncle Chad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna find it though.
Thank you guys so much for walking with us again. I'm so happy about that.
I'm really happy about that.
No, it's a really good gift.
I promise I don't love money. I promise. It's just a tool to do the work of Jesus Christ. Well, of the Father. All glory to the Lord Jesus Christ, to the glory of the Father.
Amen.
Yeah.
Through the Holy Spirit. But thank you guys. We will see you in episode 30. Can you believe it? Episode 30 next week. How
you say in Pawa? 30?
Huh?
How you say 30 and
30?
What? You sound like you saying turd.
30.
Why she? 30.
Number 30.
Number 30.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Why she always do that? Man, blow my eardrum out, man. Little more.
Bye, guys.
Adios.
See you soon. Soon come.
Yes, me soon. Me soon come.
No, I can say soon come without the me. You gotta try. No. Excuse me.
I'm just waiting.
Bye, guys.
All right, y'all.
It's paranoia, yeah, paranoia, yeah. When you from the way you dodging bullets, yeah. Any given day, them boys can book it, yeah. Nothing left to say to explain paranoia, yeah, paranoia, yeah. When you from the way you dodging bullets, yeah. Any given day, them boys can book it, yeah. Nothing left to say to explain paranoia.
I'm paranoid as I ride through my city. The young boys out here towing on blickies, and they smoking on sticky, ready to smoke anybody like seed. If I look at you and see who I don't wanna see is bang, that mean they could smoke me and make a mistake. My uncle said I need a piece, they said I need faith. I said I know I need a piece, and yeah, I got faith. I feel like everybody dying and I'm not gonna escape unless the hammer on my waist, walking out the door when I'm sleep, laying on my stomach like Tupac Shakur. I know we fight against the spirit, but on this side is war. They just sent my cousin to the morgue, got my mind sore. Banging on my door, see the Lord. Boy, I'm traumatized. When I was a youngin', I was taught that they gotta die. If I pull an aim for the head, cause they bound to slide. You don't want paranoia in your mind, walking around alive.